Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Patten once said that for all the decades that the United Kingdom was a member of the EU, that it never really joined the European Union. What Chris perhaps meant by that was that those in the United Kingdom never really understood the psychology behind European integration. For France, Germany, Italy and other members, the EU was a political project with roots far deeper than any type of economic rationale. For many British people, the EU was more of an economic transaction. For many, economic circumstances far superseded any type of political integration. The resignation of Sir Ivan Rogers may lead one to believe that right now, just before the UK is about to leave the EU, that not much really has changed. One does not really need to read too much between the lines within Sir Ivan's resignation letter to see that he believes that the Brexit negotiations are going to be far from successful. Not understanding the political objectives of the European Union has led many in Westminster to always claim that the EU would indeed ultimately fail. Any steps that were taken towards more of a political integration in Brussels were not exactly greeted with open arms by many British people. For many people in Britain, agreeing with further integration was a means to an end, to allow for them to continue to pertain to the economic club. Many UK ministers have also, for too long, underestimated the power and the importance of the Franco-German relationship. Many in Britain believed that Germany, with its neoliberal economic persuasions, would be able to be persuaded to the UK's style of thinking. The last British Prime Minister, David Cameron, found out the hard way that that would not be the case. For Germany, the EU is a vessel for European values. It is a vehicle through which peace and stability were established and have been maintained. And, not to be underestimated, for many Germans, it is indeed a way to distance themselves from their history. Angela Merkel wants a friendly partition regarding Brexit, but she will not put the interests of the UK above those of other European Union member states. Sir Ivan was ridiculed by many for telling the truth. He exposed the fact that Theresa May does not seem to have any viable plan entering into Brexit negotiations. He asked hard questions like, does the UK plan to stay within the customs union? Does it have any intentions of continuing to pay into the EU's budget? Theresa May has not been clear on any of these points. She has insisted time and time again that the UK will receive a bespoke arrangement, and that it does not simply boil down to a binary choice between market access and immigration control. UK Foreign Minister Boris Johnson has consistently and repeatedly claimed that the EU needs the UK more than the UK needs the EU. He has claimed that Italian Prosecco producers and German car manufacturers are going to push for a good deal for the UK because it is in their interests. I think Mr. Johnson would do well to remember that the European market is far larger, far stronger and far more powerful than the UK's. Sir Ivan criticised Theresa May for for setting a deadline too soon to trigger Article 50. He said, and he has said that he told her, that by setting a deadline, that the UK would be in a weaker position at the negotiating table. Theresa May did not pay him any heed, and it seems as though she wanted something to tell party members and supporters at the Tory convention. This now seems to have been a mistake on her part. If Theresa May thinks that she is going to gain a positive and beneficial deal by dictating to the EU what EU member states need, then I think that she's setting herself up for a rather grave disappointment.